Hello, my lovelies, and welcome back to my channel where I'm doing crazy things. I'm doing crazy things now. They don't even make sense. These are shenanigans. So, follow my train of thought here. So, the Contractor is the movie I'm doing a review of today, and it is currently on Showtime. Now, Showtime does not offer audio description. This film is also available on demand. I subscribe to Showtime. I pay for it, like money. I give money to Showtime to watch The Contractor. However, they don't give me accessibility, but I know how to find the accessibility for The Contractor in a way that we should all be able to. Because all we're doing is finding audio description for a track that already has it, because services are too lazy to import accessibility. So I just found accessibility and made a title that I have the right and access to with my Showtime subscription right now to watch anytime I want. I just wouldn't understand what the hell was going on, but I could watch it right now. I could watch it nonstop. We're back to back. I could watch this movie like 720 times if I wanted. So, yeah, so that's The Contractor. If you find it, it has audio description done by Laura Post, who does a ton of audio description. Anyway, so I'm John Starkmack, the movie guy, and this is my review of The Contractor. This is an STX film. I don't remember ever actually going to theaters. I don't remember seeing it doing money at the box office. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know where it went. What happened? I don't know why I don't know why a film starring Chris Pine and Ben Foster didn't go to theaters. Seems sketchy, but then again, Ben Foster's The Survivor also didn't go to theaters, so maybe Ben Foster's the problem here. Maybe we've given up on Ben Foster as a viable theatrical release personality. I don't know, but this was fine for what it is. I mean, I've seen a lot of, generic action films like this thrown into theaters, like American Assassin. This is not much far from that. It's got a pretty standard plot. Former, well, he's not a former at the beginning, but Chris Pine plays a soldier who gets dishonorably discharged, so he loses his pension and benefits. But they decide not to prosecute him for whatever nonsensical bullshit that they came up with, that he's like, they never tested me for that before. So he goes back to his wife and kid, and what does he do? And he never really wanted to become a contractor, but looks like our stupid government is going to force him to be a contractor. I totally didn't see that coming. If only the movie had been a little bit more on point with the time. Anyway, so Chris Pine, yeah, he gets a gig, and he's got his buddy Ben Foster, and there's some other people in this film. Jillian Jacobs is in this, and I was like, what? She does serious work? Cool. I'm excited about that. So that was fun. It's mainly Chris Pine, but it's a lot of Ben Foster, and then some other people like sporadically throughout the film. They kind of have this like BFF relationship, Leave No Man Behind, which is also funny because Ben Foster was in Lone Survivor, which had that same Leave No Man Behind mentality to it. This is just like a film for dudes. I mean, I hate to say that in this day and age when we have, like gender equality and everything is made for everybody, but that they made this for the same people who watched like Chuck Norris do like Delta Force, and I just saw that they made a new film in the Sniper franchise. Good Lord, we're still making Sniper movies? Like, Jesus, has anybody seen the first one that's watching Sniper movies? I want to know how many people have seen all of the Sniper movies. Who is still invested in this franchise? So that's what The Contractor's made for. It's just an action film. It is what it is. I thought the action was fine. It's elevated even because Chris Pine and Ben Foster, they have great chemistry together. These two did Hell or High Water together. And that was a fantastic film. It's one of my favorite films. Hell or High Water. If you want to know my taste in movies, bam, right there. Hell or High Water. I think Ben Foster is tremendously underrated and needs an Academy Award nomination like yesterday. And this film features two people who they fully committed. I think they thought this was really going to go to theaters, so they tried to give the kind of performances that they always give when they're in their thing. Is the script great? Not really, but they make a lot with it. The film is fine. It's a fine action film. It just does what it does what it needs to do. If you just want an action film, I've seen shittier action films this year. Interceptor is terrible. Interceptor is way worse than this, to be honest. The Spiderhead is way worse than this. So, Moonfall is worse than this. So this is kind of an average action film. I think it probably would have done okay in theaters. I don't know that it would have made more than like 20 million at the box office. Maybe 30, I don't know. STX has managed to turn some movies into gold when they don't necessarily need to be gold. So who knows? But I would say if you like action films and this is your thing and you are that dude who has seen every single Sniper and Delta Force movie, then by all means, this is your film. Welcome to the world. If you got that American Assassin reference and you were like, oh man, why didn't they make a sequel to that? If you've been like really jazzed for like the next Jarhead sequel, then yeah, this is your film. This is basically that. I thought the audio description was good. Laura Post. It's interesting, like sometimes this time I didn't recognize that it was Laura Post. She didn't seem entirely enthused. I don't know if she ever like gets assigned projects where she gets like more enthused and less enthused, but I've heard her voice a lot recently on a lot of different things, and I was like, whose voice is this? I was thinking that through the audio description, and it ended up being Laura Post, and I was like, oh, maybe she just wasn't feeling the movie. She was like, why? I usually do stuff for Disney. Why am I doing The Contractor? I don't know, but it was fine. So it's good. This film needs audio description because there's a lot of people that get shot and things that happen in action sequences and gunfire and people like ducking and rolling and people, just a lot of stuff happens to people in action films that that they're not saying in dialogue. They're not like, oh, shoot over there. No, you're not. You're getting to the right of him. You got to switch. You got to move your gun a little bit to the left. Oh, no, you went too far to the left. Oh, he ducked and covered. They don't do that in the dialogue. So it has to be covered in audio description in order to be watchable. So, I'm unfortunately, even though Showtime, has great expectations for me to be able to sit through this and be able to review it, I probably would have just been like, F. 2 thumbs down, rotten on Rotten Tomatoes if I didn't have audio description, if somebody was forcing me to watch this without audio description. But luckily, I figured it out and I made it happen so I could actually give this film a fair review. And I think it's a fine action film. Anyway, so I'm going to give The Contractor a C+. Like I said, it's pretty average, elevated, which would be a C, but it's elevated slightly by Chris Pine and Ben Foster, who took this really seriously and ran with it. I liked Chris Pine better in this than I did in Jack Ryan's Shadow Recruit, to be totally honest. Yeah. Whatever character he's playing here This guy that he's got in his mind was better than whatever he thought he had to do as Jack Ryan. So, interesting, huh? Anyway, I'm interested to see what you guys think about The Contractor, and let me know in the comments. Don't forget to throw me a like and a subscribe. And my website is macthemovieguy.com. You can go to the audio description project, adp.acb.org, and look up which movies have audio description where you can watch them. And also, theadna.org, that's theadna.org, will let you know what else Laura Post has been up to. You can see how many action films she's been commissioned for. I'm actually kind of interested in that. I might look that up later. Anyway, that's it for me today. Now I gotta go watch more movies. See you then.